What is up guys, BenQ here, back with a new video. Now in this video I'm going to talk mainly about the 1.7.1 patch notes and a few other things. Alright guys, so let's get this video started. So Fortnite has added a more comfortable way of reporting someone. Now as you guys can see, they added a report button under the return to home screen button. When you click the report button, it will copy the person's name that killed you. Before this, you had to remember the name of the person and then had to go into the home screen and hit the main menu button in the top right. Now if you did not write down the name or remember it, then you wouldn't be able to report the player. Also, another thing I noticed with this update is that it's a little buggy sometimes. It will copy your friend's name in a duo instead of the person that killed you, which is fine because the enemy's name is still on your screen. You just have to type it out, which might get a little annoying. They have also added in Battle Eye as an anti-cheat, which is great because Fortnite never had any sort of anti-cheat before this, so it's pretty easy to hack. Following up on the anti-cheat, Fortnite has actually taken action against two cheaters that were stream sniping streamers. Now, these two stream snipers can face up to a maximum sentence of 150,000 per offense. Now, that's a lot of money. One of these cheaters has been banned from Fortnite 9 times. That's insane. He just kept recreating accounts, which is why I think making this game $10 would be a perfect price to stop most hackers. I'm sure most cheaters would stop after 6 or 7 buys. Overall, guys, this whole situation is a great thing. We know Epic Games are taking action against cheaters. This might have scared off a lot of other cheaters too. Hopefully we keep hearing more of this great news in the future. Fortnite has also added a stats feature which will display a bunch of information on your account like kills, matches played, and the time played. This is just a really great feature that is required in most games. Hopefully they add the leaderboard system soon. Then this game will get a little more of that competitive feel that PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds has. They also have increased the battle bus speed and the terminal velocity, which changes the distance you can travel. I think this is a pretty good change. I feel like before this change you could have skydived the whole map, which just allows people to be anywhere on the map. Now most people will be kinda around where the bus flies. What this change basically does is just allows people to walk a little farther to loot in peace. So the next little update they added was that the safe zone will close completely instead of holding at a 10cm radius. Before this update, the circle would never close and I would see clips of people building above the unclosed spot and do some crazy sky jump kills. But this update won't really make that big of a difference in gameplay, so it's nothing really to worry about. Players can now search supply drops without interruption from storm damage. There used to be an issue in the game where you couldn't search any object because every time your health went down, the little circle of the object you searched would reset. Fix the glider occasionally not auto-deploying at the correct height. This is a good fix because players were able to fly down to the ground without the glider deploying, which means they basically get the weapons first and kill you. Increase semi-auto sniper rifle damage by 50% and decrease scope assault rifle damage by 33%. I never picked up the semi-auto sniper because the damage was not that great. I never liked it too. I'd always pick up the bolt action sniper because I feel like the bolt traveled much more accurate. Maybe I'm weird. Although my friend did give the semi-auto sniper a try after the update. We played as a squad and he got 3 kills in a few seconds with that gun. Never ended up getting it recorded, which was unfortunate, but overall if you have been hesitant to pick up the semi-auto sniper, then give it a go. This new update buffed it pretty good. On the other hand, the scoped assault rifle did need a nerf. Decreased grenade launcher, and rocket launcher environmental damage to 375 was 450, and increased rocket launcher reload time by 20%. Now this is a good thing. The main point of this game is to promote building. That's what's unique about this battle royale. We need building to be one of the top priorities in Fortnite. It makes the game more unique. So now the rocket launcher takes a lot longer to reload, which is perfect. You used to be able to spam it like crazy and destroy a base in seconds. This metal object buff and the rocket nerf is a great addition to the patch. Increased submachine gun damage by 10%. Shouldn't be much of a difference, but if anyone thinks the submachine gun was a weaker gun, then maybe this 10% will help out. I don't really use a submachine gun, so I wouldn't really know the difference. Renamed several weapons. Few weapons got renamed to more of an easier understanding of what the weapon is. Fixed an issue which prevented explosive weapons from damaging supply drops, and fixed a bug which caused a pump action shotgun to occasionally double fire, and fixed a bug which caused grenades to occasionally deal no damage. So the supply drops, I didn't really know damaging supply drops was a thing. Now I'm not exactly sure what it does when you destroy it, but if you guys know, let me know in the comments below. Now the pump action shotgun glitch was a glitch for a while. When you would randomly shoot the gun after you got in a fight, basically you killed the guy and a second later the gun would randomly shoot again. Fixed a bug that caused grenades to occasionally deal no damage. No need to explain that, as you guys know what that means. Fixed an issue which caused bullet impact effects to only be visible to players in the immediate vicinity, and fixed an issue which caused the weapon reticle to disappear. Never had any of these issues, but it's good for those that did. Eliminations will now be awarded to the player who downs an enemy regardless of who finishes off that player in the down but not out state. This was a thing that was changed in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. A teammate would down the enemy and another teammate would kill the down player. This was an issue because no one had focused on the other enemies around. You would focus on killing the downed enemy, which would result in your own death, or just not focusing on helping your teammate out because you want that kill. I had a feeling they were going to make this update. It's a very good update. Increased health after being revived from the down but not out state. Health increased from 25 to 30, and shields will no longer protect you from damage while being in the down but not out state. So if you have, for example, 50 HP on the shield potion, that potion will still be 50 HP if you are down. If an enemy shoots you while you're down, your health will plummet, but the shield will still be the same. You will keep the 50 HP shield once your teammate revives you. Friendly fire damage will now display the appropriate visual hit effects. Now you'll know if you shoot your teammate by accident. Fixed squads finishing placement displaying in the incorrect number in some cases. Instead of it showing first place, it used to display a random number. I never had this issue, but I guess some people did. Not sure if it affects your stats as in the wins, but it's good that they fixed it. Fixed an issue which caused tires to bounce down but not out players. I don't think this affected the gameplay that much. I guess since you're down, you can't really do anything, but I guess it's what they wanted to change. Critical hit damage on shielded players is now displayed in blue, like other displayed shielded damage numbers. I have to read this a few times because it seems like the grammar is a little off, but anyways, what this basically means is when you shoot someone, you'll see a blue number and that just displays that you're shooting their shield, or basically just means that they have a shield and you're damaging it. Player indicators on the minimap will now match the color the player was assigned instead of all players showing as a cyan color. This is a great fix, so now you won't get confused if a teammate marks the map and you aren't sure which teammate marked it. Everyone now has their own assigned colors. Change the item drop icon on the inventory screen from a trash can to a drop arrow to more clearly indicate its purpose. I got confused by this when I started playing. I thought this would delete my weapon, but all it does is drop it. My friend thought the same thing. Good little icon change. You can now hold shift before dragging an item to only drop one of that item. So if you want to give someone a med kit, then holding shift and dragging it into the drop arrow will drop one instead of all your med kits. Added name labels to the map for existing locations. So Tomato Town, Dusty Depot, and Salty Springs are now named on the map. Added a few structures near Tomato Town. This place had about 2 buildings, so it's nice to have a few more. Added new potential chests and loot locations to the northernmost and southernmost wooden bridges over the river, as well as to Lonely Lodge and the container area to the west. I never really head around these areas, but if you guys do, then be aware of chests around these areas. Fixed issues which cause trees to flow above the terrain. Don't think this is fixed yet, as I have encountered this issue after the patch. Not a big problem though. We're continuously working on optimizing performance and are actively investigating recent reports of lower frame rates in areas with dense foliage. So they basically optimized some of these areas with high amounts of objects, probably areas like Retail Row or maybe even Wailing Woods. If anyone had any sort of FPS drops in certain areas, try visiting those areas again and see if you guys have any more issues. Fixed multiple issues which could cause a brief freeze in the game, fixed a significant hitch that occurred when the last player was eliminated from the game, fixed a hitch that occurred after the Battle Bus skydiving phase complete, reduced hitching on PlayStation 4. I haven't noticed any hitching after the update. There used to be a bit of freezing during the fights. After getting killed, it would freeze up for a second, or even before you got killed, so it'd get pretty frustrating. So far though, no issues, which is nice. I actually forgot about this issue. Addressed multiple issues which cause sound to only come out of the left or right speaker. Never had this issue, but if you could only hear out of one ear, then this fix is for you. And lastly, fixed player directional hit indicators not visible while spectating. Not 100% sure what this is, but I'm pretty sure it's if someone shoots at you, the spectator cannot see where the bullet came from. Only a player that is playing can see it. Well guys, that's everything about this patch. If you have enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to keep you guys updated with the latest patches. Anyways guys, see you on the next one.